Jazz Hands Machine Dana, how you doing? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to gamble. Not like that, okay? Not that type. It's gambling with bets on Cloudbot from Streamlabs Online. Yeah, that's what we're doing. This is not to be confused with the gamble command that you can use in chat, which is a module within Cloudbot. Gamble command, I've already done a video on. Please check the link in the description for that particular video. There are a number of different ways you can gamble loyalty points on Streamlabs on your stream. And this goes for Twitch and YouTube, and I think Facebook Gaming as well. I'll drop a number of different links for different videos of how you can do that. This particular video is focusing on the bet function. And with this, you basically define one or a number of different options for your chat to bet on, and there's a multiplier for the winner. You basically manually pick the winner once you know what the outcome is. Now this can be used for anything. It'd be something to do with... Hello there and welcome to the channel. This is Machine Dana and we've got another Streamlabs tutorial video for you. In this video I'm going to be going into the Streamlabs Online modules, and specifically I'm going to be giving an overview of the Gamble module. The Gamble mini game. So the Gamble mini game is a way of your users being able to essentially risk some of their earned loyalty points for a potential reward that can then come back to them. I'm going to be going through how to set that up and the settings for that, what the preferences mean, and how exactly that can be made to be interactive on your stream. Also how you can customize the commands used for your loyalty points Gamble mini game. If you watch this video and you do find it useful, please do give it a little thumbs up below, because that does help other people to find this content, increases the awareness of this video. I've been working hard to get a lot of Streamlabs tutorials out there to help people in the streaming world. If you want to see more tips, tricks, hints, tutorials, or just general talk about streaming in general, then please feel free to give me a little subscribe below. I stream daily, most days, at twitch.tv/select non-Windows or Mac version or whatever. I believe that you can use Streamlabs Online as a tool to interact with a non-Streamlabs OBS software, but I've not got experience of doing that just yet. I use both the Streamlabs OBS software and also the Streamlabs Online functions and modules. What you need to do there is ensure that the Cloudbot function is toggled on, and you simply click on this section here, turn it on here, and then in your own chat, so on your own Twitch page, in chat you /mod space Streamlabs in your chat, and that will mod Cloudbot to your Twitch account. The same applies to Facebook Gaming, the same applies to YouTube Gaming, so this is not Twitch specific. On the module section, there's loads of different modules that you can interact with through Cloudbot and enable your viewers to have fun with and interact with each other. I've done loads of different videos about these, so feel free to browse if there's any here that you see and you want to know more information about. This video specifically relating to the Gamble minigame module. First of all, if you want to enable that, again, Cloudbot has to be on. Mods, you have to have modded Streamlabs. And then you click on the Gamble minigame toggle to turn that on. That's now turned on and enabled on your stream. You probably want to first go into the preferences tab. Before we do that, I just want to say here, so it allows your viewers to gamble with their loyalty points by rolling a 100-sided dice. And the way that your users do that is by going by typing in chat whilst you're streaming !gamble space and then the amount of points that they wish to risk. There's a really simple, straightforward module. I find that this, because of its simplicity, gets a lot of use on my channel. It's very interactive and people kind of root for each other, or maybe they get quite happy because somebody else has lost. It depends on the types of personalities that you have in your chat. The Gamble minigame does use the loyalty system that you've set up. I have done another tutorial about loyalty systems, so please do check that out. I will link it below. But essentially, you do need to ensure that the loyalty system within settings is enabled and that you've got some of these functions here. These functions just allow your users to get payouts if they're watching. They'll get one of my girth cloud here. It may just be that you don't want somebody constantly spamming like up and up. Girth, they'll get twice the amount back, and if they're lucky enough to get the 99 to 100, they'll get 6 times the amount back. Now let's just put this into context. You can edit those. I'm not going to edit mine because that's the settings that I've got. Once you've edited those, just go back into this menu here. It'll auto save it. And then in your channel, I'm hosting someone here, so ignore that. In your channel here, you can then simply type gamble and then space and then an amount, let's say 100. I happen to, you have to have an amount of the loyalty points to actually enable this to happen. Just before I do that, I'm just going to go into my loyalty system. I'm going to go for myself, Machine Dana, and it turns out that apparently I've lurked on my own channel enough to generate 491 of the points. I know I've got enough to gamble that amount. You can set up extra commands so that users can check what their balance is. For me, I've customized mine to be !GK, which is Girth Clout, my points. You have 493, which we've just seen, so that's good. So now I can just go, okay, now I want to !gamble 100, and then simply press enter. This is what your viewers will do. So I rolled 98 and I won 200 Girth Clout and now has 593 Girth Clout. As we can see, 76 to 98, I got twice the amount of my money back. There is a cooldown period. I think it's set at 30 seconds, but it might be a minute. So what I've been able to establish while testing this is that I think the cooldown for each specific user resets each time they try. So it doesn't count down a full linear 1 minute or 30 seconds. It resets that cooldown every time someone tries to gamble and fails because the cooldown period hasn't extended. And I think the cooldown period is 60 seconds. So it's worth bearing that in mind. Finally, I just wanted to quickly go into the from modules, the commands tab. Now with the commands tab, you've got custom commands that you can create, and I've done other videos about custom commands, so I won't go into any detail there, but you've also got these default commands here. And if you scroll down, you'll see all the different ways, the standard default commands. There's a heist one, a poll one, and so on, and there is a gamble one. So I put this as gamble, and that is, I think, the global one. Sometimes people put it as roulette or 100 dice or roll dice or something like that. I think the standard is !gamble, but you can't edit that just by doing that. And you can also have it so that the permissions is set to only subscribers, the streamer, moderators, or regulars. So you can restrict the permission and the reply to be in chat versus in a whisper. So you can also click on the advanced tab here. There is a global cooldown set as 0. If you wanted to have a global cooldown so that other users aren't constantly spamming your chat, you could do that, perhaps 1 minute. I probably wouldn't advise that because I think that would probably alienate some of your viewers. But the user cooldown in itself is quite long by default. I think it's 300. And I think that's actually quite long. So I'm going to just set that to 60 seconds. And I'm also going to add an alias of roulette, because a lot of people have tried using roulette as the standard. So that just means that whenever someone types, if I click add alias, !roulette or !gamble, it's essentially the same thing. You can customize the win response and the loss response messages here. You might want to put some like emotes in there. For example, I don't know, is there a gamble emote? I use emojipedia.org. There's a slot machine here, so that's kind of cool. You could put some of those emotes in there, or like a thumbs up or a thumbs down if they won or lost. And that's it. You can edit those in the, once again, it's in the commands and default commands section. So there you have it. Hopefully you've got some new information and you found this useful about setting up the gambling minigame on your stream, as long as you're using streamlabs.com as the online cloud function to enable this and ensure that the settings are all correct. You should be able to enable that, and hopefully that'll create a lot more interactivity on your streams. Don't forget to subscribe, twitch.tv/MachineDana, and take it easy. Thanks, guys. Hi guys, Machine Dana here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really, really well. This is a YouTube tutorial video on how you can set up loyalty points within your Streamlabs stream. I'll be showing within this video how you can customize your loyalty point system, including the name and how much and little people can earn when they're on your streams. I'll be showing you how you can set up rewards that people can claim from that. I will show you how to do various other things, set up new modules where people are able to use the loyalty point system to interact with each other and interact with you as the streamer. And finally, I will just show you a little bit of information about how you can make that a nice smooth experience for people via using the website that you can get with Prime, and also setting up the commands to help that process along, so that people are able to understand what commands they need to use to be able to use the loyalty point system. So yeah, all in all, this will be hopefully a really good starting point for you to be able to set up loyalty points on your Streamlabs stream. As always, if you enjoy this content, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help other people to be able to see the video, and I appreciate it a lot. And if you do want to see more streaming tips and hints and guidance videos and tutorial videos, click the little subscribe button below. Don't press the icon on screen just here. That won't help you. You've got to actually click the thing below. Without further ado, we'll get into it. First thing you're going to need to do is to navigate to streamlabs.com and log in. If you've not already got an account, you'll need to create an account. Now, the Streamlabs online tools directly integrate into Twitch and or into your Streamlabs desktop-based software. So those three entities, Twitch, or perhaps you're using YouTube or Facebook Gaming, so your streaming platform, Streamlabs, and the Streamlabs OBS software, they all work together in unison to create a good experience for the viewer and for you as the streamer. You can log in using your account. I use Twitch, so twitch.tv/MachineDana if you fancy a little follow. And on here, you can go onto various things. Now, to download the software, you click top left here on the download Streamlabs OBS. That gives you the software itself. I'm assuming by now most people watching this video have probably already streamed with Streamlabs OBS for a short period of time, and obviously this video isn't particularly about the software itself per se. We want to be clicking on CloudBot. So once you set up your account, you can click on CloudBot. CloudBot is a free tool from Streamlabs, so there are some upgrade stuff you can get on the CloudBot, which is with Prime, and I'll talk a little bit about Prime at a later stage. On the CloudBot, this is what manages your automatic chats, your loyalty systems, and various other things like polls, betting, giveaways, and user management, various other things like that. Commands is also a big one, and timers. For this video, I'm mainly concerned with loyalty and store, but I'll also talk a little bit how it integrates with some of the other things as well, for instance, the modules. So what you first want to do is make sure that CloudBot is enabled. This toggle here will enable CloudBot on your channel. That alone's not enough. You need to /mod Streamlabs in your chat on your channel. To do that, you literally go onto your channel, type /mod Streamlabs. You press enter on that, and that will make Streamlabs a mod on your channel, on your Twitch channel or YouTube or whatever. So once you've done that, your modded Streamlabs, you've got it CloudBot activated. All you really now need to do is to configure CloudBot to allow loyalty and the store for loyalty, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how the user actually interacts with that process. There are some other modules here that do use the loyalty point system, which I'll briefly touch on later. So first of all, on the loyalty tab here, this is where you're going to manage all of your loyalty system. You'll customize it here, and you'll even manage some of your users here too. You might want to make tweaks here to how you use your loyalty system. There are only two tabs, so it's really straightforward. First, you've got the users tab and the settings tab. You can search for a specific user. You can reset the loyalty database if ever you need to do that. And you can add points to all viewers. You can sort by points by clicking on that. You can sort by hours by clicking on this. Note that someone who's watched your stream the most, let's say